What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be converting my immersed plant grow out rack back to submerged grow out tank plant grow out system. Now, why am I doing this? Well, quite frankly, because this idea failed. A lot of plants don't like to grow immersed for some reason. These aquatic plants, I guess, are aquatic for a reason. And I guess I don't have the green thumb like the big manufacturers, Tropica and those plant growers. I don't have like sprayers that keep it moist. I tried to keep like covers on them to, keep the moisture in, but then they're not getting the oxygen and CO2 they need. And let's take a look at some failures. Let's get tank number 1 set up and we'll go from there. Let's start all the way down here at the bottom where I keep all the moss. This seems to be going pretty okay. The moss seems to like to just be chilling in its little containers. What do we got here? This is weeping moss. You can see that it's growing up. I do open the lids like once a day to get some air in there so that they have some new oxygen, but they like that. This one here is Physidens short. It's not really doing so good, I'll be honest with you. We've started a new tank with Physidens. This will probably get trashed. We have Physidens long. It's been like that for, 6 months. It has not done anything. It just sits there. It might be dead. I don't know. I just said the moss was doing good too, but it is. Some of them are doing good. Java moss, it grows just kind of wherever. So Java moss is doing fine. Then we have some more weeping moss over here. This is kind of immersed growth moss, and it's doing fantastic. I'm going to be using a lot of this in a new build that I'm doing. Moving up to the next level here, we've got some tripartita. As you can see, I did an experiment. Here it is immersed, not doing so good. And here it is submerged, doing fantastic. So this plant likes to stay moist. If it gets out of the water too much and it can't get the nutrients up there, well, it just dies. So we'll need to make an aquarium strictly for propagating this beautiful plant. Moving over here is a hodgepodge of stuff. We have some S. repens, which actually does pretty good immersed, so long as it has moisture. I have more S. repens up here, and you can see that this stuff here is not doing as well as the stuff down below. Why? I don't know, but we're going to put it back underwater and hopefully get it growing. So here we've got some Rotala. It is trying to, this is Atra, it is trying to grow, but I think it'll do better back underwater with some fertilizer. Next over here, we've got some Bucephalandra. It seems to be doing okay, but I noticed a little bit of leaf rot. So the leaf rot here is not good, a little mold on there. So we're going to put this back underwater, grow it in pots, be able to sell it to you guys as well. And then moving along the back here, we have some Hydrophilia penitofida, and it's doing okay. It looks like there's a sprout of something that's not supposed to be in there. There's some tripartita in there. Look at that. There was a little tripartita trying to grow back there. Crazy little tripartita. Anyway, this stuff here is doing okay, but some of them are struggling. So I think if I put them back underwater, it's going to work as well. Do note that you see a lot of algae. I got more algae immersed than I did submerged. So we're going to take these plants out of these pots, by the way, and put them in fresh pots with fresh, not only the plastic pot, but fresh rock wool. That's the stuff. And that should take care of the algae issue. Bumping up here to the Anubias. We have cardinal plant here, some Anubias here. There's some dying stuff there. I mean, you just kind of get the idea. We'll go through the rest of it pretty quick. Anubias, not doing great immersed. It just doesn't have either enough CO2 or oxygen. You can see like the pistils here are starting to just melt and die. So you see there that literally the flowers are just kind of rotting. I don't really know what Anubias likes, but I know it likes to be underwater. More Anubias over here, some mixed plants as well, but they're going to go back underwater. In this container, we've got some cryptocorin. There's some flamingo up front. There's some nuri in the back, and this works well as long as you keep the lid on. It did start to dry out if I just kind of left it open to the air. So I think it likes to be in very humid environments. Maybe if you had a mister in like a terrarium or something, it would do good immersed, but we're going to put it back underwater. Bumping up here, cardinal plant. Cardinal plant is just a crazy plant. It will grow anywhere as long as you give it enough water. So cardinal plants here can grow immersed or submerged. I don't know what I'm going to do with this set yet. Moving over here to the, what is this? Alternanthera reniki. It's doing okay, you can see, but this is like 4 months of growth, and it's not growing. So we're going to put it back underwater because let me show you what it looks like when I grow it in my aquariums. I get growth like this when I grow this Alternanthera underwater. I already showed you this one with the failed S-repens, and then finally over here we just have a hodgepodge of stuff. There's some moneywort back here, but look at the state of the moneywort, just kind of starting to rot a little bit. We're going to begin converting this entire rack back over to these aquariums here. These are 3-foot aquariums. They fit perfectly in the rack. As I spin you around, you can see over here an example of a beautiful 3-foot aquarium, and then another 3-foot aquarium. So I think that's the way to go. Put 4 aquariums back into this rack. We're going to have to buy a couple of extra ones and get these plants submerged again and get some healthy potted plant growth. So I think for this particular aquarium I have available, we're going to use this slot here, take this stuff out and move it around. Probably should have drained the water out of here before I did this, but well, I don't like to do anything the easy way. All right, let's get some foam under here for this aquarium as well. That should suffice, and we'll grab the tank. Oh, I really got to start going to the gym if I'm going to be lifting all these tanks. All right, here we go. Up, in. All right, move this over. Okay, there we go. Get the foam lined up again. There's enough space for me to get in and out of here, so that's good. And if you're not familiar with this rack, we have overhead lighting, if you will, but we have lights that are mounted. These are all Haiger HG075 lights. They do a great job of growing plants. I know it doesn't look like it with the display I just showed you, but underwater, they grow plants just fine. So I'm going to get some water in here. I'm going to start unpotting and repotting plants, and let's get this first stage complete. So as you see, I was getting ready to go ahead and pull out some new rock wool and repot this stuff and pull them out of these pots and put them in new pots. And I pulled up just one of these. You can probably already see an issue right here. But I grabbed one of these, and you just kind of look. There's just algae everywhere. Let me see if I can find another example for you. I mean, the algae's thick. Look, it's just, yuck. It's embedded in everything. I don't know why kind of this, I guess it's because it's stagnant water, to be honest with you. But no matter what I look at here, it's all garbage. This is going to be more of an algae nightmare if I try and transplant this stuff than it would be to start over. So in the case of like the S-repens, this is great. I learned a lot. But I have plenty of S-repens in this aquarium, and I can take as many snips as I need to in order to propagate again. We have plenty of Anubias as well. I mean, do you really think I'm hurting for Anubias in the 75-gallon here? We have plenty to choose from. We've got Crips right here. We've got more S-repens. Of course, all this stuff came from these aquariums. Do you want Boost? Do you want Nana Petite? Do you want Nana Golden? Would you like some more Boost? We got more Boost down here as well. So pretty much what I'm thinking, guys, is to just completely start over. I'm going to scrap all of this. I'm going to scrap all the pots. I mean, there's, I don't know, $100 or $150 worth of plastic pots and rock wool and stuff, but I'm going to scrap all of it because one tiny little piece of algae that gets into this brand new aquarium, which you see I'm dripping RO water in right now, any little piece of algae that gets in there is just going to be detrimental to the entire thing. And so I think the best thing to do is to take your medicine, learn your lesson, and, well, just start over. All right, it's been a couple of weeks here. I've got some other aquariums that have come in, and they've been filled up, and we've put potted plants in there and kind of had them growing out. I'm going to run through it kind of real quick for you. Down at the bottom, we've just got some moss. This is the setup that was been there forever. Just moss in tubs. Probably going to transfer them to an aquarium and do like a moss aquarium later on. But for now, it's still just in a little container. Up here for this aquarium, this is the one you guys saw. I've got, what do we got here? Some Bacopa in there. There's some moneywort in there. Alternanthera in there. Cardinal plant in there. I'll get to these filters in a second, but these things are awesome. Found those on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description for you. Up here, I have done some water change action, as you can see. So this is the Anubias tank. We've got Anubias Golden on the left. We've got Barteri here in the middle. We've got Frazeri over here. Gonna be filling that up in a second. The reason that was completely drained is because I'm going back to the immersed state here, you're going to see all of this debris that kind of sheds from the plants as the leaves decompose. Where's a good leaf? There's a good decomposing leaf for you. So as this stuff decomposes, it just creates a bunch of organic matter, which can lead to algae, and we don't want algae in our plants. Moving up here to the top, just a little bit of propagation going on here for the, what is this? Helanthrium tenellum green, that's what that is. So it's kind of doing okay. It's melting a little bit, which I'm thinking is just because it's in the pot, but you can see that it is doing what it does, and it is growing roots, and it's going to start trying to run all over the aquarium. And then we've got just a couple pieces of Amazon frog bit up here that I've been propagating. Let me see if I can get a better view for you. There you go. Dim it down a little bit. The roots are all tangled up here due to the water flow, so I'm just going to trim those roots off. But I figured it would be good for soaking up any excess nutrients in the water column, so we've got some of that in there. Now, these filters here, they are pretty cool. I found them on Amazon. They're very similar to the Hygger filters. Let me give you a size comparison, though. It's like a tool. It's a dual chamber kind of setup. Fairly good size. It's a little bit longer than my hand. And the flow on them is just absolutely ridiculous. So this one here is only about halfway. If I turn this nozzle a little more here, I don't know if you can see on camera if it makes any difference. Try and get a better view of lighting there. I don't know if you can see any difference, but the output is pretty significant from the pump here. I wouldn't say they are like silent filters. You can hear like a little bit of a hum, but man, let me tell you, good size chamber and good flow. So going to be using these in the future. Link in description if you would like one of these. It'll be titled like submersible filter. Oh, here. I just realized there's a brand up here. It is the Fish Keeper. There you go. The Fish Keeper brand. So do an Amazon search. Maybe they got some other products, but again, link in description if you're interested. All right, I'm going to fill this up with water, and then I'm going to tell you something special that you guys have been waiting for. Got all the water changes done here in each aquarium, and they're looking good. We're ready to continue our plant propagation. I've trimmed all of the bad leaves off, so the plant should use this energy to make brand new submerged leaves. I've also added a small cleanup crew in each tank. By that, I mean just one mystery snail. An example of how good these little guys are at cleaning up plant matter. I've got this single snail in here, and I have not done any cleaning work to the bottom of this one. I was doing a test to see, and what you're seeing that's left here is actually the rock wool that has shed off. So this little guy or girl is doing a great job running around and cleaning up the organic matter in the aquarium. So then what's the big announcement? Well, some of you might have already guessed, but a long time ago, I said I was going to set up a website so that you guys will be able to support the channel if you desire and get something in return, like some awesome plants at a good price. And I've actually gotten around to doing that. So ssaquascapes.com is live. Now, before y'all rush over there and try and support the channel, do know that I'm still building it. So there are some plants up there. Some inventory is in and available for sale. I'm doing trimming versions and potted versions. So the trimming versions obviously are ready to go as I can run around and trim stuff out of my aquariums for you. But I'm still getting like photos and building the website and kind of making it more concise, I suppose. So do keep in mind it's pretty bare bones, but ssaquascapes.com is live if you guys want to go over there and just kind of check it out. It's super simple to navigate. Let me show you around on some things that aren't listed yet maybe on the website, but things that are available for you, and we'll wrap this video up. How about some Ludwigia Super Red Mini? We got a bunch of that in trimming form available. We're also going to have algae available. I'm just kidding. I mention that because, yes, some aquariums do have algae. No, I would never pull a plant out of an aquarium that has any algae at all and sell it, because you can get algae spores stuck to the leaves and stuff, and obviously I would not do that. So a little bit of a joke. Don't take that serious. Everything will be algae free for you guys. For example, this aquarium next to it did have just a tiny little algae problem down here. Now, it was never on any of these plants, but as I go to propagate this cryptocoraine, let me see if I can get a better view. There we go. This nice, beautiful crypt back here that is a awesome background plant. That would not be sold directly out of this aquarium. It would have to be trimmed first, propagated, put in a pot, and then made sure it was algae free before it gets sold. By the way, here's a sneak peek at an aquarium video that is taking forever to produce because the aquarium's taken forever to develop. Now, coming back over to the terrarium, not too much going on in the terrarium. Still haven't put any fish in it or anything like that. I've been a busy, busy boy. We've got red root floaters. Wow, that's bright. There you go. How about some super thick red root floaters for you guys? Look at the massive root ball on there. That's crazy. Please, somebody buy some frog bit because I throw it away every week. We're going to have S. repens available right here. Look at that bushy S. repens. That would be awesome to sell. Various types of Bucephalandra that's trying to flower right now. And also some Anubias Nana Petite. Down below, we've got some Boost Brownie Purple that will be available. And at some point, this Liliopsis brasiliensis will be available as I can propagate it as well. Some of this isn't quite all up on the website yet, but Holanthium tenellum green, how much of it do you want? Because I've got plenty to give to you. I just have to propagate it as you saw in the top aquarium back on the shelf. And then probably at some point we'll move into more livestock stuff like these cute little guppies. I do have the shrimp listed on the website right now. But it would be nice to thin the guppy population here. As you can see, it is going crazy in the 75 gallon. So it's probably going to take me a week or so to get these photos up. But I mean, if you go to the website and you know what the plant species is, you know what it looks like, you know what you're buying, and there's no image but stock available, and you want to jumpstart supporting the channel, go ahead and order something. We'll get it out. Those that have ordered from me way back when I was doing this, you guys know that I always give generous portions. I'm not going to sell you like one of these little stubbies down here. I just show zero stock if it's not ready for sale. Anyway, so we've turned a disaster project, which is why, by the way, it took me so long to even get the website up, because this was failing. And I can't start selling you guys plants that are full of algae and mold and just that. We're back to a controlled environment where you get submerged plants and they can go right into your aquascape. You don't have to convert them. So if you want to support the channel, that's the way to do it. I'd say watching the videos and doing all the button clicking stuff is probably the best way to support the channel, and that's free. But if you do want to give back a little for all the stuff that I try to do and the experiments that are coming up, then go on over to ssaquascapes.com and I'll see you guys over there. No, I won't see you over there. Go check out the website. I'm going to end this video before it's too long. Thank you guys so much for all of the support over the years, and I'll see you on the next build. That's what's coming up next.